Hey everybody. Well, it's Saturday morning and I did my Memorial Park first impressions drive yesterday. It did really pretty good on what is a straightforward drive. A couple little nuances in there that perhaps are not new to this build, but I think in general this FSDBeta version 11.4.3 has got a little additional kind of just tweaking in it. I don't think there's any additional functions, but as part of that testing, in order to see if anything has improved, my second drive, by popular demand from my Twitter subscribers, I put up a poll to see if folks wanted the unprotected left-hand turns or the narrow unmarked roads next, and it was a pretty strong vote for narrow unmarked roads, which I have to admit was kind of surprising to me. So here we go. This is narrow unmarked roads. It's about 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, so the traffic is kind of light. I don't know how many interactions we'll get, but we're going to start off with our forward-facing unprotected yellow arrow with some oncoming traffic coming. It's light though. Looks like after one car it should do a roll here. Let's see what it does. Yep, right here, nice roll. And going over the railroad tracks, it usually accelerates. Yeah, I didn't disengage. Got a pedestrian here on the right, a little unusual. Slowed down for him to 18 with a nice trajectory around. And then look at that. This is the wider part of the road. Normally I don't ever get any pausing or stopping on this little section. The width is just a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the rear camera so folks that like to look at what's behind can see that, since the route here doesn't really matter so much. The main issues on this road has basically been ignoring speed bumps. Let's see if we can see this one. And it saw it at the very last second. Took down to about 22. 17 is usually the speed that it takes speed bumps. So that was a late identification. And creep limit sometimes comes on this road, and it does. Visibility to the right is limited. And there it goes. All right, looks like we might get one interaction, I hope. Another speed bump right here. Didn't stop at all. Missed speed bump. Missed speed bump. So unfortunately, our first interaction happened after I disengaged. I don't know if you noticed right there, after I re-engaged at the last second, it kind of went back out to the middle of the road, but it was after that car passed that time. That's unfortunate. I wish I had timed that just a few seconds different. But now we're creeping across this double divided highway. It's not a highway, but a road here. And one more speed bump to go. Lighting's a little bit different here with the kind of the wet and darkish roads this morning. And it was over 30 there. And interesting, I didn't get a prompt that time for the disengagement. All right, let me turn around and head back and get another run. All right, here's round two. I do have a car in the distance. We'll see how the timing works out. At that time, it started slowing down a little bit earlier, but it still only got down to 24. I'm going to nudge it through this stop sign and not let it take its normal amount of time, only to manage that intersection with this oncoming car. So I'm nudging the accelerator right now to force that, because I want this interaction with this unmarked roads, narrow roads car here. All right, it's fully stopped, which is what it's been doing. It did not turn towards him like it has been, so that was a good interaction. You could see the trajectory coming back after the car, so that was really good. We'll get a couple more here, hopefully. This time we're going to interact with a truck. Let's see. Oh, look how it's going to stop before the stop sign because of the truck. Now, don't go towards that car. Stay to the right. Stay to the right. Stay to the right. Hey, guys, I think this is a different behavior. I used way more of that road than I needed to, but it did not turn towards the car before he passed. It definitely was hesitant. I do have a car behind me. I got another interaction here. This is going to be awkward because I'm going to be stopping on a road with cars behind me. Let's see what happens here. All right, the car is stopping early, and that car behind me is freaking out. I'm just going to let this one... That behavior is better. Absolutely. Okay, I'm pressing the accelerator only for cars behind me. My accelerator is pressed. and it did fine on that trajectory. So it knows how to do the trajectory. And let's see, it still wants to stop here way before the stop sign. After the car passes, it's readjusting. So narrow roads, all right, I'm pressing the accelerator again because it stopped too far behind the stop line. That was a really good run, and it was a good run because I had 3 interactions that definitely gave me a different behavior. Let me set it up again. All right, here we go on our 3rd round. First one was pretty uneventful. The 2nd round was really, really hopeful. And it was hopeful because I definitely think I'm noticing that the trajectory is not turning in front of the car early like it was on the previous releases. Still too fast on the speed bumps. I do have another interaction with a rather large truck coming up. This is going to be weird because it's going to hit it with the stop sign. So let's see. Oh wow, look how he must live here. So he's pulling over. Oh, he's doing a wide turn into a driveway. All right, this is good. Oh, look at where I am. Look at where I am. I've got to turn over here. Do you see that? That is why you can't, and look how far that car had to go into the dirt. That's why you can't be in the middle of the road. I'm trying to get this interaction here with this car. Let's see, it's staying to the right. It's creeping this time instead of stopping. Do you see how it's going back to the center after the car? That is a different behavior. It's almost like previously it was going to the center of the lane as if the car had passed, but it hadn't passed the car yet. So maybe a depth perception kind of a thing. Now, at least it's staying to the right. It still wants to get back into the middle. That's its natural behavior. Now we have an interaction here where it's going to happen in the middle of this divided road, so it's not going to be a real good one. But let's just see what the path planner does here. It's kind of, see, yeah. Hey, Tesla, you guys made some changes. I know you did, because it's just so different right now on the where it's turning back towards the middle of the road. I still don't love the middle of the road behavior. I have more than enough, and there's 25 over that speed bump. I gotta start marking more of these just so you guys have the data. All right, let's do one more run. All right, here we are on our 4th attempt. I don't see any cars coming up here. Whoa, gosh, wow. Did you see how fast it was going, approaching that stop sign? It was definitely different that time. It approached it with full speed, but it stopped. It was just, it felt like it was gonna run it, but it didn't. We got the limiting max speed for road type warning there, which is good. Need to recognize these speed bumps and get down to 17. Got down to 22. All right, we do have an interaction here, and one more time it's gonna interact with the stop sign again. Now see, it's okay, so the distance here interfered with the stop line, but look at it creeping, oh, back towards the middle, and then, all right. So I had to disengage because it was going towards the middle of the road as me and the opposing car were both right of way to cross. But what it wanted to do was go in the middle of the road that time, or at least infer to the other driver that I wasn't going to stay to the right, which is confusing, which is why that car wasn't budging, is because I was being a little erratic. So, gosh, something has changed. I'm not going to give it like an A+ yet, but at least the turning in front of a car, except for that last one, seems to be improved. I'll see if I can get a couple more of these, and I'm a little interested just because the last run didn't get any data, so I'll do 2 more. All right, here we are. This is that section. It's a little bit wider, not quite a problem here, but I'm definitely not over as much as I should be. But I'm in the. If there were a yellow line there, I would be okay. Speed bump coming up, started slowing down. That time it got down to 20, better. And another large truck oncoming, and it looks like we might simultaneously hit it with the stop sign. I'm gonna try to get through this stop sign before he gets here, so I'm gonna kind of press the accelerator right there. And I did, so I nudged it. And now look at where, okay, so here we go. Now look, it's creeping, it's not stopping. Wow, and that truck held his ground. And so did the Tesla. That was too close. I had more room to the right. it didn't stop like it has been. So it's got to, here we got to run over this at 30 miles an hour. All right, so now we're stopping. So there's a stop and creep that's in here. Before, it would just stop. Now look, now I'm back in the middle of the road. Now I got to get to the right. And then, ooh, it started coming back to the left again. All right, guys, we got to keep working on this. I think you've definitely made an improvement in the right direction. I'm noticing the car stopping, assessing, and then doing a slow creep. And it is hanging to the right a little bit better than before. It's not jerking right in front of the car, but it's got this tendency to need to get back to the middle of the road that is creating more problems than I think it's worth. So whatever it does, whatever we got to do to kind of allow the use, and here we go, 30 miles an hour on a speed bump. Too fast for a speed bump. We just got to use more of that buffer on the right. That's all I can think of, because with these large trucks, if you hold your ground in the middle of the road, it's just too close. And I have to be honest, there's some trucks that would really rather scrape my Tesla than yield to this Tesla. So that's just the behavior of some drivers around here. So I think that's where we are on narrow roads. I'm going to put this together for you guys. Thank you to the Twitter subscribers that voted for the next video. That's what we're doing here. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Have a great day. And for the bonus round, the forward-facing unprotected left turn with no traffic. It should do a roller, shouldn't even pause. Let's see, full roller. Nice. Easy peasy. Good job, Tesla.